Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always watching. Thank you for believing in my channel. I appreciate you. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to our fragrance family. And if you are a returning viewer, you always watch, but you don't subscribe, please consider subscribing so you join our lovely fragrance family. So thank you guys for being here today. Before we go ahead, my name is Anne. This channel is Scent Solutions, and all we do here is talk and gist about perfumes. So if that's the kind of thing you like, you are in the right place. Today we're going to be talking about creating a fragrance wardrobe. And the reason I thought it was important to do so is because when I started collecting perfumes, there was no rhyme or reason to what I was doing. I was just pretty much going with my gut every time. And I made a few mistakes along the way. So I wanted to create like a little guide to creating or curating your fragrance wardrobe. What is a fragrance wardrobe? Is really just your collection of perfumes, okay? Um, Note that typically the average person would have like 5, 10 perfumes. To be honest, the average person doesn't need more than 10 perfumes, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Because the people who have 100, 400, I mean, those are either fragrance reviewers or collectors or enthusiasts. Like, you don't need too many perfumes. However, there are a number of tips to curating your collection, and we'll go right into it. Now, creating your fragrance wardrobe is a great way, in my opinion, to have a range of scents to suit different occasions, moods, and seasons. And here are a few tips. One, start by identifying the kind of fragrances you like. And I feel like this is at the core of everything else. What do you like? Do you like florals? Do you like woody notes? Do you like spicy notes? You kind of have to have a sense of what it is that you like before you start. This will help you to narrow down your options and choose the scents that you really, really enjoy wearing. Okay, number two, consider the occasions you'll be wearing the fragrances to. So, do you need a scent for work, to formal events, to casual weekend outings? It's always good to have a range of scents for different occasions to give you more versatility. Number three, think about the season. So some fragrances are more suited for certain seasons. Okay, you have light, refreshing scents for summer most times, and then warm, cozy scents for winter. I mean, there are no rules to these things, but this is typically what people gravitate towards in these seasons. So it's always good to consider that as well. Number four, don't be afraid to try new scents. That happened with me. There are some fragrances I like now that I did not like when I first got my nose on. For instance, Alien. So don't be afraid to try new scents, experiment, and all that. Broaden your taste. Number six, I believe this is number six, so I hope it is number six. Okay, no, number five, sorry. Consider layering fragrances. Layering different fragrances is divine. I do a lot of layering. I have a whole playlist of layering videos, and I'll link that in the description box so you can check them out. I love to layer because it kind of makes me feel like I can do more with less. There's so many brilliant layering combinations. Some smell like new perfumes, some elevate, the other perfume. It's just a very lovely concept, and it helps, especially when you don't have a very large fragrance collection. Okay, keep your fragrance wardrobe organized. Have a designated area where you store your fragrances. One, to preserve them, so don't store them under direct sunlight and all that. Um, it would also help you choose more easily. I know I have to arrange my fragrance wardrobe. I will film that when I do it, because right now, it's very messy, so it's always good to have it really organized so that you take away that mental clutter. Okay, Don't feel like you have to stick to one fragrance. Okay, it's perfectly fine to switch up your fragrances depending on your mood or the occasion. I know as reviewers, sometimes we say it doesn't matter, you can wear whatever you want whenever, but sometimes you just want your fragrance to speak to the occasion. So, for instance, when I'm attending a black tie event or I'm attending something really formal, I reach out for the Guerlains of this world because I feel like there are many sophisticated options right there, or the Givenchy's of this world, because I also feel like there are many sophisticated options right there that will make me feel elegant, that will make me feel just a tad bit more confident. Okay, so another tip is to consider the lasting power of the fragrance. So, if you prefer scents that last all day, then choose fragrances with strong lasting power. If you like more subtle fragrances, then maybe you want to opt for the lighter, more fleeting scents. Next one is to keep your personal style in mind. And I'm emphasizing this because a lot of times fragrances will align with certain personalities. There are certain people who are shy, retiring. They don't want to be the life of the party. They just want to come, attend whatever it is, and leave that venue. They don't want people to see them or notice them. And that is perfectly okay. And there's some fragrances that will give you that will create your own unique little scent bubble without offending others. So if you have to keep that in mind when buying, so you don't buy something and then start to feel like a fish out of water when you spray. So choose the scents that make you feel comfortable and confident. Next, don't be afraid to splurge on high quality fragrances. So, while it's important to be budget conscious, investing in a few high quality fragrances can be worth it because they tend to have better lasting power, they have more complex, nuanced scents, okay, and they're just generally of higher quality. They smell good, they last longer, they fill up they're just better. So sometimes, while you may want to have some easy reach budget options, don't be afraid to splurge once in a while. Again, don't be afraid to ask for samples or travel sizes. Many fragrance retailers offer samples or travel sizes of their fragrances. Unfortunately, I don't really have that where I live, but if you're in the US, in Europe, and maybe South Africa, other countries or areas where you have access to the big stores where you can get fragrance samples, please take advantage of that so that you can test before you buy. That is very, very important. It is important to test. Whether you're testing in store, whether you're ordering decants or samples, it's always good to feel the fragrance out before you commit to full bottles. That one I cannot stress enough because I see some people come back and say, "Oh, you said this fragrance was this, and I went and bought a full bottle." Fragrance, scents, perfumes, all that is subjective. So you want to be sure that you really, really like a fragrance before you commit to a full bottle. Please, please don't be afraid to test, test, and test again. Next, be aware of the different concentrations of fragrances. So, perfumes tend to have the highest concentrations of fragrance oil, followed by eau de parfum, eau de toilette, eau de cologne in that order. So, the higher the concentration, the longer the fragrance will last on your skin. Consider your lifestyle. This is the last tip of the day. Consider your lifestyle when you're choosing fragrances. If you lead a very active lifestyle, you may want to choose a fragrance that can withstand sweat and heat. So, on the other hand, if you have a more low key lifestyle, then maybe you want a more delicate fragrance. You get the picture? All right, now let's get into the scenarios. I will share with you two scenarios and the kind of fragrances that perhaps you would consider. Not cast in stone, these are just examples. All right, so first scenario is a middle aged lady who has a business formal meetings during the week, travels for holidays to tropical locations, works out daily, runs weekend errands, and attends a lot of parties. Okay, so in this scenario, for business formal meetings during the week, you could consider something like YSL's Libre or any of the, Libre and its flankers. You could consider Montguerlain, you could consider Chanel, Coco Mademoiselle. Those kinds of classic, sophisticated fragrances are appropriate for like a business meeting, okay? For tropical holidays, this lady could consider a light and refreshing scent like D&G's light blue, so Dolce & Gabbana, light blue, or Marc Jacobs Daisy. These will be perfect for a tropical holiday. For working out daily, she could consider a sporty and energizing fragrance like Nike's Victory, for example. You have Adidas Team Force, very light, very airy, or any of the Elizabeth Ardens that are light, airy, refreshing. Okay, for running weekend errands, a casual, easy to wear fragrance would do the trick. So you have something like Burberry, The Beat. You have Calvin Klein's, the one. There's so many flankers of CK. So Marc Jacobs Daisy. So those would be perfect for running your weekend errands. And then for attending parties, this lady could consider more evening appropriate and luxurious fragrances, the likes of, Guerlain Shalimar, Dior J'adore. But then again, in making all these choices, you would remember all the tips I mentioned earlier, your personality, the season, where you're wearing it to, all the things I mentioned as tips, your lifestyle, all of that will come into play in choosing the fragrances for these different scenarios. So that's number one scenario. Let's go on to the second scenario. Okay, so scenario two, we have a stay-at-home mom who runs errands, attends her kids' school events, goes on the occasional date nights with her partner, and then takes occasional trips, maybe with her girlfriends and all that. So she can consider a scent like Coach Dream. This floral scent has a very sweet, romantic aroma, and that will be perfect for like everyday wear or special occasions. Again, these are recommendations. It would take some discernment, some testing, aligning to your personality to curate your own wardrobe. Now, Burberry Heart, this is a fruity floral, it's fresh, it's feminine, it's perfect for a stay at home mom who wants to feel confident and stylish, right? You have Tiffany and Co. by Tiffany. This classic floral scent is so sophisticated and elegant. And this one you can wear for like formal events or special occasions. So you also have the likes of Versace's Bright Crystal. This one is fresh floral. It's perfect for like the summer months. Has that playful, energetic vibe. She can wear this out with her girlfriends. You get the vibe. You have something like Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black. This is edgy, is sophisticated. It's for that stay-at-home mom who maybe wants to make a statement on special occasions. Lancome's La Vie est Belle. This is floral, it's feminine, it's easy reach. You can wear it pretty much anywhere. You have Giorgio Armani C. This is floral, woody, feminine. Can wear this on your date with your partner. You get the picture. So again, these are two different types of women, two different life scenarios, and these are the kind of perfumes they would consider in curating their collection. So guys, this is it pretty much. Let me know what you think. Are there other tips that somebody who is creating a new collection should consider? What do you think they are? And let me know. Let me also know what you have in your collection. And till I see you again on another video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and enjoy the rest of your day and your night, or your night. Take care, guys. Bye.